Welcome back again to our TD School video series, part of the PDGA's Tournament Director Training Program. In this episode, we're going to talk about some things that no tournament director ever wants to have to deal with: mid-event suspension and event cancellation guidelines. Because sometimes bad things happen on tournament day, and as a TD, it's always better to be prepared. So let's begin.
Prior planning is essential for a tournament director to quickly and confidently deal with event delays or cancellations. A TD should already have carefully considered their event's format, location, and types of issues that they are likely to arise, and have formed multiple contingency plans to ensure that the integrity of the competition is maintained. Specifically, these plans should be designed to ensure a final result where all competitors within each division have played the same total layout. Events with larger field sizes and spectator galleries should consider using apps or tools to engage in proactive detection and provide early warning. TDs must prepare players with the protocol for leaving the course in the event that they must be suspended. And for these larger events, having a person or persons other than the TD assigned to monitor weather conditions is a best practice.
PDGA sanctioned events generally continue during wet weather conditions. However, TDs need to be aware of potential conditions that could put players in harm's way. These dangerous conditions could include lightning. Lightning is particularly dangerous for disc golfers, especially since we walk from lightning rod to lightning rod as we play around. Lightning can strike within 10 miles of a storm, so it's good for TDs to observe a 15-mile safety radius around a tournament location during the event. Any lightning strike within 15 miles will suspend play. Play is to be suspended for 30 minutes after the last strike within 15 miles and can resume thereafter.
Other severe weather concerns include
tornadoes or high winds and the downed power lines and tree branches left in their wake,
flooding,
extreme heat or extreme cold,
air quality hazards.
The PDGA has developed a list of resources to help TDs prepare for dangerous weather conditions. Links to things like smartphone lightning apps, flood maps from the US, Canadian, and European government agencies, severe weather warning websites, and online worldwide air quality index readings are available via the PDGA website.
Aside from weather and climate-related problems, tournament directors may run into problems related to unexpected course closures or conflicting events, police activity, or unruly park-goers, fires, and dangerous wildlife, insects, or plants. For some of these issues, you may be able to limit the impact or mitigate the problem by deletion or replacement of holes, modifying holes, or granting free relief. Having more than one person on your event staff who is knowledgeable of the PDGA rules and guidelines will always help you as a TD to troubleshoot these problems.
Speaking of tournament staff, recruiting volunteers with CPR or other medical training and experience can be the difference between life and death for a player, spectator, or fellow volunteer in an emergency situation. Once a dangerous situation is identified, TDs need to suspend play immediately while ensuring that all players, staff, and spectators are aware that play has been suspended so they can seek safety. If your event is using the PDGA digital scorecard for scoring, you can make use of the messaging feature to send an emergency alert out to all playing groups on the course.
TDs should use tools such as lightning detectors, online lightning maps, weather tracking, and 911 scanner apps to assess both the onset and passing of the hazardous conditions to judge and anticipate the speed and direction of the hazard. With each of these in mind, consider the various stages of the event, the impact a delay or cancellation would have, and what would need to be done to recover. The results of the event must be based on a common set of completed rounds to ensure that all members of each division have completed the same total layout.
Wherever possible, it's critical that the TD take the competitor's hard work into account by trying to complete as much of the event as possible. TDs should always attempt to complete any partially completed round first, but may need to consider drastic measures to allow for a fairly contested competition. The PDGA competition manual states that completion of a previous round takes precedence over starting a new round. even if it becomes necessary to do so the next morning prior to the start of any other round. This may require canceling a later round.
However, if a round is cut short due to unforeseen circumstances, and if that course cannot be used the next day to finish the round due to different division playing it or contractual obligations, then the shortened round can be dropped to the common holes, and that division may move on to the next round with approval from PDGA Director of Event Support. In situations calling for these drastic measures, a call to the PDGA's Event Support Helpline is your best bet.
Sometimes conditions are so bad that canceling a round is the best and safest way to proceed. Under no circumstances should players be expected or asked to return on a day following the last day of the regularly scheduled rounds to finish the event. If a TD has to cancel during the final round, the round score should be calculated by reducing to the common holes completed by all competitors per division, as long as at least 9 holes were completed. It's a good practice to retain scorecards or export hole scores from Tournament Manager for record keeping before recording any edited round scores.
The PDGA website has resources to help TDs make decisions about partial round cancellations. We have decision trees for completion or cancellation of delayed rounds and estimated times to complete rounds based on the number of remaining holes, number of competitors, and whether your format is tee times or a shotgun start.
PDGA regulations normally require that first place ties be broken by sudden death playoff, so a winner could be declared and the first place prize awarded. But playoffs should only be held if the hazardous situation has cleared, and there's time to complete the playoff during the final day of regularly scheduled rounds for the competition. If the playoff cannot be held in safe conditions during the final day of regularly scheduled rounds for the competition, it's PDGA policy that a first place tie will stand with the players declared co-champions with prizes for the number of places split evenly between the players. Under no circumstances should any non-sudden death playoff criteria such as hot round, head-to-head scores, etc. be used to break first place ties.
If your event has a serious situation that may result in a mid-event suspension or cancellation, feel free to call the experienced staff over at the PDGA Event Support Helpline. This is a team of experienced tournament directors who have dealt with many of these problems themselves or have helped other TDs manage these situations. We're here to help you, your players, and the volunteers have the best and safest event possible. For more information, check out our complete TD training curriculum available now at pdga.com.